Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Uh, the floor is yours, Jane. I want to say Bismillah, but not really. How do you say start now in Chinese?
开始
I s- in a polite way, you may 开始. How do you say? How, uh, you say that to President Xi Jinping 开始. No, we cannot say that, right?
请
请
开始
请开始你的报告。
对
OK，请开始你的报告. So the word 请 the word 请. That's good enough, right?
yeah, just
For the president.
for the formal situation.
Okay, okay. So 请. So always the word 请 is good. Okay. So 请开始. Mm. Yeah. You can control indirectly through Hanif. So Hanif is controlling it, yeah? Or you want to pass the control to you or yeah, it's okay, okay. All right. Kenapa? Yeah. So I gotta wear this, I cannot see the, yeah. Yeah, I studied in UK, yeah. Yeah, yeah, the colonizer, yeah. Just a quick one about your name. Can I ask about your name? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, I did it. Okay.
Okay. Jane, just a quick one. Just to know how do we pronounce your name. Is it Changjian? Is it Changjian? Long sword. Long sword. Is it long? No? No? Okay. Okay. What does it mean? What does it mean then? Oh, 健康的健. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Okay. I thought 见你有见的见.
It's
No,
not
no,
short.
no, not sword, not sword. Okay, okay. All right. Chang is improving. So health, improving the health. Okay, okay. Health is improving. Something like that. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good name to have. Especially at this age, after you want to retire, this is a good name to have. Okay, go continue. Oh, your boy's name. Is it a boy's name? Okay, okay. Ah, okay, okay. Right. Okay, okay. Well, fascinating. Just like Bruce Lee has a woman's name, right? Uh, Lee Jun Fan, Lee Jun Fan. Ah, right. 不是李小龙，李准范. Xiaolong is his real name, but his father give another name because to hide from the evil devil that wants to attack him or their family. This is something you learn about Bruce Lee now. So Lee Jun Fan, yeah. I, yeah, gotta learn Chinese culture. But Bruce Lee is a Hong Kong guy. Okay, continue. It's okay. It's okay. Gareth just won an award yesterday. So Outstanding Liaison Officer Award. So his his area of expertise is liaisoning, liaising. I think liaising. That's the English word. This is the best. Yeah. Okay, so he can liaise well with people. Oh, this is okay, there you go. So, oh, Chinese Academy of Forestry Science Management. Oh, okay. Oh, oh. Okay. So the food industry, can you unmute me? Okay, the food industry that you studied, was it about the baby formula industry or food industry in general? Or what kind of food? Uh, what? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Yes. They say that it's beef, but it's actually horse meat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the noodles. Yeah, Korean noodle. Ramen is huh? Ramen is oh Japanese. Yeah, the Japanese noodle. Yeah, Korean is K-pop. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Ramen noodles. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As I told you, try. There is no try. Do or do not. There is no try. Yes. Is I'm mute. I'm mute. I'm mute. Oh, okay. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. Continue, continue. Yeah, yeah. It's all right. Continue, continue. By the way, you want to check your spelling on Malay, Malay spelling. So I've been doing a lot of reading of thesis, so I detect the spelling errors quite quickly. Malay was not spelled correctly just now. But you can, make sure you spell correctly next time. It's Malay, not Malay. There's a Malay there. Huh? Yeah, yeah. The last word. The first word in your last slide. Yeah. The first word in your last slide, which is this one. Yeah, there. Can you see that? There. So it's yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay. No, no, so no, no. So it's just yeah, yeah.
we can find ways in providing more authentic and transparent CSR communication strategies and make the use of the social media as a significant opportunity to enhance the reputation of the company. This is what the whole research about. And then the background of research is the social media is because the social media is increasingly important to people's life. How does it influence people's commercial activities is deserving research. Exactly. In Malaysia, e-finance I think roughly most people buy things from the social media. I think so. I think it's a very important to do some research about the social media commercial activities. So this is why I just connected them. The next one is to find out the corporate the CSR has become a vital part of business. And companies are now expected to act fully and responsibility towards society. And they just learn from the public and they will do something to the public as well. Uh, from yes, that is a search that 85% of consumer believe corporations should take a positive action to contribute to society and the environment on social media. Um, this phenomenon is particularly relevant in digital age in nowadays, where social media has become a powerful tool for both consumers and companies to communicate and interact with each other. Especially after 3 years to coronavirus 19 pandemic era, everybody stays home and they have nothing to do. They just see the social media, watch the phone, and they just buy things from the online ways. And this is why it's so important so to just to do this. So the research question is about I have three questions. One is how is communication on social media platforms affects consumer attitudes and behaviors towards companies during post-pandemic era. And the second question is what are the challenges and opportunities for companies in effectively communicating their CSR initiatives on social media platforms during the post-pandemic era? One is where what's ethical and legal considerations must companies take into account when communicating CSR initiatives on social media platforms. Mm. So the fourth one is what strategies can companies adopt to successfully communicate this CSR initiatives on various social media channels and maintain constantly in messaging. Mm, those are the main research questions that I will do the research about.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
yes, the objective is just to answer my is just want to solve the problems that I promote. Mm, I want to investigate how CSR communication on social media platforms affects the consumers' attitudes and behaviors towards the companies. I use both the qualitative and quantitative research methods during the post-pandemic era, but I think my methods should be mostly the qualitative. Mm, the second one is to identify the challenges and opportunities for companies to communicate CSR initiatives on social media platforms during these 3 years. But I'm not sure if the 3 years the data is enough or or is there someone many people to many researchers to do this kind of research. I'm not sure. So I'm a little bit worried about the true review about because the time is limited. The theory says I want to examine the ethical and the legal considerations that companies must take into account when communicating CSR initiatives on social media platform. And using both legal and ethical frameworks authority to propose strategies for companies to successfully communicate with their CSR initiatives on various social media channels such as the IG, like Facebook, like the Instagram, anything. In this don't on the overseas channels, but in China there are more channels out there and how to can we maintain consistency in messaging based on the best practices and the case studies. I will use five of the company's data to do the research. The significance of the study from three aspects for the business. The study will provide insights into how they can communicate their CSR efforts more transparently on social media, how to avoid brainwashing, and promote genuine responsibility. Not after they have some crisis, they use the CSR. They just do something, some good things uh, to do the brainwashing. It's not okay, I think. For the policy makers, I think the study will highlight the need for consistent and universal standards for CSR communication on social media. Importance of holding companies accountable for their actions. The third aspect is for the consumers. The study will increase awareness about greenwashing and help them to make more informed decisions about which companies to support based on their genuine CSR efforts. These are the significance of study from the three aspects from for the three parts. The theoretical contribution of this research lies on its ability to shed light on the complexities of CSR communication in age of social media and to avoid the understanding of how corporations can effectively communicate their social and the environmental responsibility to their stakeholders and publics. But I think this is my weakest part because the theoretical contribution, I have thought about it for a long time, but actually I don't have that clear theoretical framework in my mind. Okay, and so the literature review is just on the slides. Um, but it's not that only for kind of the literature. But more than that, I just always see them. The first point is it's like a McMonnet. The companies often use CSR communication as a way to protect their reputation or to cover up ethical practices. If I said, company just use the use of the CSR communication as a way to solve problems that's not the real uh, the real tend to do that. The second is the credit systems and salary funds that companies tend to overstay their star performance on social media, overtaking. Yeah. So the third one is Hawk and Pinsay. Companies often use CSR communication as a way to create a positive image for themselves among stakeholders. I think those three people have talked about the same thing. The last one is the one. So social media has increased the pressure on companies to engage in CSR activities and to communicate them effectively. The pressure can lead to greenwashing or exaggeration of CSR activities. I think the social media appears. I think often do the CSR activities via they just report it from the TV or the radio or the newspapers. I think they just do the sales activities, but not like a show. But I think some of the sales activities starts to like a show, person want to share their activities on the social media. Just told the topic that I did. I really did something to the environment. Yes, I'm a very good company. I think they just did this, not just the real heart to do that. Okay, next one, please. Thank you. The research gap. Yeah, that there are many research gaps. The first one is lack of uh, empirical evidence on how social media has changed this dynamic. Because social media is a relatively newly sprouted things as others. And during the previous pandemic, the advertisement says, yeah, I can. That's a topic. The second is focus on the positive effects of sales communication. So fail to adjust the potential negative effects that may arise as a result of companies' interested use of social media to communicate their sales initiatives. The third one is the lack of consensus data analysis and curriculum methodology based for the research on the quality of sales and communication. Over the decades, consulting in different states have remained conflicting, mm, integrated, and sometimes overlapping. This is the very, very big gap. Mm, mm, Next one is other stakeholder groups such as employee, investors, and the suppliers may also have different perspectives and expectations of CSR communication because they are in a different position, so they must have a different thoughts about it. So these are the main gaps, but I think there are more gaps that I think. So the methodology is mostly qualitative, but I'm not sure if I will use the quantitative because I'm not really use that to use to test the quantitative research. This is that I want to is to do the literature review, elaborate some academic books and articles or outside resources from the Google Scholar, from our library, from our Google library, and maybe some data from the library. And I will collect the data. I will pay major attention to five international companies, including the math Also, Dell, Lean, BT, British, and the Skittles. I think those are the way of the phenomenology about what says activities, and I will analyze the social media data from the five corporations. Then do the data analysis. Uh, Maybe that's the one also from any history like the TikTok or the little rather IG, Facebook, Twitter, and some others that company websites or get annual reports and the interviews and etc. So this is the methodology parts. And then I thought about many questions that maybe we can discuss it on our group meeting. I also want to find what's the consumer's attitude to the successful companies. No matter they have this CSR activities or not, because they are so famous, everybody just the lighter brand. Mm, because they are the huge famous brand. So mm, do I need to take them into considerations? Next question is that 40 Chinese companies doesn't have the CSR activities. I guess we check it from the book, the economic book package. Do I need to analyze them? The third point is, do I need to explain how social media change people's lifestyle during this 3 years pandemic? Do I need to take the social media effect as a big consideration? I need to do some research about it. Those are the three questions that maybe we can discuss it later. So these are all the things that I want to share with you.
Okay, okay. Right. Okay, thank you, Jane, for the rather uh, comprehensive, I would say, first presentation because this is your first presentation, and then yeah, you are making an extended version of your first presentation, which includes research gap, significance, even methodology as well, and a possible sample size. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing the last night thing, yeah. Okay. We have this. Uh, uh, okay, so no, this is good because you have an extended thing. Wow, okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Mutadi just came back. Come. Have a seat. All right. So Mutadi just joined us. He looks like he just converted to Islam or something like that. Oh, oh, you have surgery. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, no, no. Huh? Oh, beauty. Cosmetic surgery. On top of your head. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, like what Elon Musk did, I think. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah? Okay, yeah. Okay, welcome back. Ahlan, can I say Ahlan was Ahlan? Is that okay? Ahlan was Ahlan. Okay. Welcome home. Yeah, okay. 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 Okay, yeah. In the mid, okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. Right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. The rest of you can only watch with the food, right? Can observe our eating. Just observe. Yeah, it's lava. Right. Handmade. Oh, okay. Instead of robotic thing, right? Okay. Okay, I'll continue, Mutari. We'll have it during our break. Oh, good to see you again. Yeah. Welcome home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Going back to your presentation, Jane, uh, since you presented a lot for the first presentation, yeah, there's a lot for me to comment on. But I'd just like to zoom in on certain aspects of your presentation just to get the gist or the essence of what you want to do. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go slightly a different angle uh, on in asking you about your research. You're interested to do a case study, am I right? Case study, is what you're interested in, or you're open to doing case study or anything as far as methodology is concerned? All right. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. We'll go back to the spelling of those. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I want to ask is that it sounds to me that the other important aspects of your research is about the contradiction, is about greenwashing, is about the problems of not telling the truth in social media, right? That's a big part of your concern, right? Big part of your kind of your professional interest or even personal maybe interest in this research, right? Is that it? Yeah? Yeah, okay, okay. I just want to know what you want to do because in our supervision in my uh, advice that I give you or whatever, you must do what you want to do. So I want to get to the part that the essence of what you want to do. So you're interested in that. That seems like that is a research concern you have, and you are actually developing a research um, that is based on those concerns. Yeah. All right. Um, there are a number of things I like to, share my thoughts with you. You're early in your research, so you can explore the terrains, you can explore the ocean and decide where you want to go. But it seems that you do have certain direction right now. So those are the keywords, the greenwashing, the contradiction, the problem with the um, the problem of transparency, problem with integrity in terms of the communication, right? So that's the essence of your research calling, yeah, the interest that you have. Right. Okay, good, good. That's actually a good start, a very good start. We start with an ethical concern that I like that very much, especially when you talk about CSR. And you're approaching CSR from an angle uh, that is very important, which is an ethical angle. So that is very, very good. Now let's talk about some concepts that before we go to the research question, because the research question uh, is your compass to doing your research, and it is the one that gives you direction where you want to move, what data you need to collect. But before that, I just want to highlight a couple of things. Yeah, um, there is something called greenwashing index. Yeah, greenwashing index. There's also perception of greenwashing, right? You can develop a perception of greenwashing index. So greenwashing is where the company is using communication to, like you say, cover up their their problems. So in a way, they're telling half truths. They're not completely transparent. Sometimes they lie. So CSR supposed to be something good is used to cover what is bad, right? So the concept of greenwashing is central to what you are studying now. So you might want to look at that one, the perception of greenwashing index. So you're actually studying, and the ones that you highlighted at the end there, right? Uh, 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 Companies, a large number of companies don't even do CSR, or the fact that some consumers might not even care whether they do CSR or not, right? Um, Now, for us researchers, what will help is actually to develop a kind of measure and then communicate that measure or that assessment or that picture of reality to the world, right? So this perception of greenwashing index, is a form of communication to the world, so, right? Now, problem of PR is that PR, nothing against the profession itself, but PR is developed to basically do greenwashing, to tell the good side of a company. Yeah, the PR firms and PR executives tend to have that task, in a company, to make sure that the bad side of the company is not being exposed, right? In a very established company, they even have legal advisors in the PR team, so that to make sure that whatever statements that is made by the CEO or the company is not legally problematic. Yeah, so to make sure there is protection in the communication. Yeah, I remember last time, quite some many years ago, I was working with a bigger company, one of the big computer companies. Right, they have, you know top management coming to the conference or seminars or workshops, but they send the PR people first, and they will check what are you going to say, what is the speech you're going to deliver. I mean, I said, okay, are you CSR guy, or are you Gestapo, police from the German police trying to, the Nazi police trying to, check, monitor my thoughts. But they're like that. They check what you say, what's your messaging. Make sure you do not say more. Make sure you do not say less. Otherwise you look like one of the clowns or the presidential candidates. So it's like you, you watch the debate, yeah, last night.
No.
You did not watch. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Sometimes there are clowns among the presidential candidates. No. Hanif and Raju will know, yeah. You know, So, so that your messaging doesn't sound clownish. So the whole idea there that, uh, you know, and then I even interviewed a PR firm where I actually know the what is it, the chairman of the board, right? Introduced me to the PR guy, and the PR guy knows that I'm like connected to the chairman of the board of a bank, by the way. And the PR guy does a PR thing. They do not tell the truth, right? But I happen to be in the same car of the chairman of the board. So I talked to the driver. The chairman boss happened to be my father-in-law, by the way. I talked to the driver. So the driver told me all the nice things about the company, right? So and nice things there, right? Nice thing in quotation, right? So the PR guy doesn't reveal truth. They reveal half truth, right? Sometimes they do the Zionist thing, repeat the falsehood until people believe the falsehoods. Yeah, what Israel is doing right now. We got to campaign a bit for the Palestinians. Now understanding that as a, I'm doing the problematizing of your research there, right? So have that in mind when you carrying out your research, that PR, and especially if they put CSR under corporate right? Corporate communication, right? And then usually CSR is often put under corporate communication because they will prepare the sustainability report and all that. I happen to be a GRI certified, whatever they call it. GRI is the Global Reporting Initiative, where you got to be a certified person to make the report and all that. Uh, so the corporate communication people who is under the PR department of the company would do all those things. You know, so you have we have the situation of phenomena that company hides the negatives. Companies do not tell the truth or the complete truth, and sometimes they tell lies, right? So you can come from that angle, you can come from the angle. So you can come from the greenwashing angle. You can come from the problem with the PR and problem with the CSR, right? And approach it from that angle. So make that as your research calling. That what is it that you're concerned about. You want to develop something that is meaningful to you. Something that you can make it your kind of a intellectual mission in life to help. We do not want to have the case of remember the melamine case in China where their babies died because the infant formula they put in melamine, the plastic thing that is in.
the chemistry calls that happened.
Yeah, melamine, yeah, the melamine, yeah, whatever, yeah, yeah. And then Chinese government is strong. They came in, right, yeah, they actually removed the company or bought the company. I'm not sure they executed the people or not. No, yeah, okay.
Just to send them to jail.
To jail.
That's where you get to be sentenced for 5 to 8 years.
8 years in that sense.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay, all right, right. But I'm not sure.
not a sentence.
Right.
No criminals.
Okay. For killing babies, though.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
stand friend.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So coming back to the issue there. Now, let's think about your research question. Yeah. Let's think about research question. Let's go to your research question right now. So that is the background of your research problematizing, right? The idea of truth, integrity, transparency. Uh, so here we go. So you have how does CSR communication on social media platforms affect consumer attitude behaviors towards companies during post-pandemic era? This is a central question that you have, by the way, before you ask the rest of the question. Right? This is a central question. Uh, Now, you want to, this is a very broad question. This is a question that has been asked many, 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 many times now. So it is not a PhD worthy question if it's not more specific. You got to make it much more specific than this, right? So you want to ask, so how do you make it specific or how do you make it PhD worthy? You got to ask, what companies. You got to ask what consumers. You got to ask what social media. We got to ask about what attitudes. These are questions that you can zoom in. For instance, about the environment or for the community. What is it you're interested in? Are you interested on the CSR communication that is uh, uh, that is analyzed through social media platform, or you're interested to get the consumer attitudes by interviewing the consumers, right? Or you could do, eventually you could do a mixed method where you have the quantitative and the qualitative, right? So you can ask certain quantitative question first, something simple like a 10 10 question survey or 10 question um, interview, and then follow up with a qualitative, or you could do the opposite, right? But it seems that you're interested on the qualitative even more, so you can zoom in that one. Now you did say you want to do um, case study, qualitative and case study, right? Qualitative and case study. So And you have actually carried out some research on the case that with the British company before, as well as a Chinese company. So you did on Chinese company, right? All right. So and then the other part to that is that you want to think about your access to data, right? And I think you put the Facebook there, and Facebook is not easily accessible in China. Are you in China right now?
Yeah,
In China, yeah. So Facebook is not easily accessible, right? You got to do VPN thing and whatever else you got to do there, right? Huh? WeChat, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, to access Facebook, you got to go VPN and all that, right? So, it's not what? Sorry? You're not familiar with VPN? Okay, all right. So, those are the questions you need to ask, right? So here goes. So if you're interested in you use food company just now, right? You can just zoom in food company. You can zoom in even more specific what type of food company, right? So infant formula in China, I think you affected the Chinese infant formula industry, where they sing to Australian and New Zealand milk,
Mostly Australian.
mostly, right? Right. So I know that makes it even more meaningful when you study for instance, food company. So you want to study the type of company that might have problems with the greenwashing, right? Um, so, for instance, if you study a company that might not have much problem with greenwashing, you know, company that makes computer circuits, computer circuit, the board that is in your laptop or in your computer. So, consumer find it a bit far-fetched, what that between the product and the person. Food is much closer to the consumer, so you want to strategize to find the industry or the type of food that is close to the consumer, if you want to study consumer, right? But unless you're studying you know arms uh, arms dealers and uh, companies that make tanks and bullets and guns, then you have a different type of consumer. So, but I think you're not studying that type of consumer. You're studying the common consumer who use social media, right?
Yeah.
So arm dealers don't use social media to communicate that much. So there's certain type of industry that use social media a lot. So that is where you want to zoom in. Think of a industry that is close to the customers, right? And then there's the other angle. The other angle is, remember, if you're doing big companies, it's really hard to penetrate big companies, right? I mean, it's easier to get uh, to it's easier to get into the White House than in a corporate company. So, I mean, we can go become a visitor the White House, right? You can visit White House, but it's hard to get into a big company and to get to the information from the big company. They tell lies and they tell half truth, right? So you know where I'm coming from. Even though I teach CSR, I'm very critical of CSR. So uh, for you to ask from the company's perspective it'd be hard, but for you to ask from the consumer's perspective it will be easier, because we're talking about food or some consumer product like handphone or mobile phone. Consumers use it a lot. They find something problematic with the CSR, then you can assess it much more easily. Now, if you're talking about consumers, right? Now you have another challenge. There's if you're studying China here, right? Or you're doing a comparative study between China and some other country, or what? What?
Maybe try cooperation Malay.
Malaysian? Okay, yeah, Malaysian. Okay, all right. Okay, if yeah, okay, you're thinking about that. So, either one, either you are doing China or you're doing China and Malaysia, right? Comparative study. The sampling is another challenge you will have, or another way where you could zoom in into that specific area, right? So, um, what is it? And then in my my supervision or consultation with some of your friends, like Kai Lai, right? He's focusing on the Tujia people, right? Right? Yeah. Because he himself is a Tujia, right? Tujia, yeah, Tujia CSR, and something like that, which is you know you become an expert of that particular group. So you can study millennials, for instance, or you can study urban, urban, for instance, or rural youth, or rural teenagers, rural young teenagers, rural female teenagers, right? You know, uh, persons with disabilities, right? So eventually, if they say, you want to ask who is the expert of youth with disability? Oh, that will be Jane. She's the expert in that area, right? So you want to develop an area be an authority in an area that no one has explored before, right? To boldly go where no one has gone before, to seek out new life and new civilization. That's Star Trek, by the way. Okay, the sci-fi. So you want to carve out that research area, that gap, that theoretical. You were talking about theoretical gap just now, right? So it's that theoretical area that no one has actually developed a theory on. You do want to develop a theory on that. Yeah, and oftentimes people go for people who are like them, or people whom they are close to, or people whom they have access to. Like Joanne, she would interview people, students, right, who is going to be teachers, or would be teachers, or do not want to be teachers, but she has access to those group of people. So access to data is important, and but you want to make that data unique. You want to make that data unique. So think about different groups of people, right, whom you are interested in. Uh, I would be, I would encourage you, but not necessarily, to think of marginalized groups, or groups that have been ignored, groups that have been ignored, including, for instance, uh, young urban male teenagers, right? Uh, young urban male teenagers. Because now there's a lot of women empowerment going on, right? I mean, we go to any SDG, they will talk about gender equality is about women empowerment. They forget about the young male teenagers, for instance, right? And these young male teenagers, if you neglect them, they become adult. And they will be the one that is going to have problems with, with the world, right? And they'll be unemployed and all that. So, I mean, you can problematize that way. Or you can talk about uh, the K-pop, fans. If you're interested in K-pop, you know what K-pop is, right? Oh, you don't know K-pop, then K-pop. Uh, Korean singers, fans. Okay, so you don't do K-pop, since you don't even know about K-pop. Don't do K-pop. Yeah, just sample. Hanyo. Okay. I think Malaysia is big into that. Indonesia is crazy about that, right? Right. Recently, there's Rosa did a concert with a K-pop singer in Bandung, by the way. So you get what? Super Junior. Oh, okay. Oh, Sugar. not sure. Rosa. Rosa. Anyways, I'm just sorry. So in China you have all the celebrities, right? So celebrity in China, celebrity singers. Yeah, but now the Chinese government is putting a cap on them, right? Celebrity singers, actors, influencers, social media influencers,
Yeah.
right? But the Chinese government is controlling. Huh?
我们叫限韩令，
限海令，
限韩，
限韩。
the plurals by the suspect.
Oh, okay.
It's like a kind of an kind of a
Somebody
carrying of a policy
to control the culture. No, so this foreign culture is coming in, right? Good, good. Thumbs up to Chinese government.
uh-huh.
Because our government doesn't do that, right? Indonesian government doesn't do that. Malaysian government doesn't do that, right? We let people to colonize us again and again and again.
Celebrities about
You cannot, right? So Chinese government has. I'm sure that's true. I'm sure that, but not many governments have this kind of political will like the Chinese government. Chinese government has a political will that a lot of other countries do not have, you know. So that's why I respect the Chinese government. They're strong, you know. Not like any clown that we know. Anyway, I'm just joking, but half joking.
yeah.
I'm just because Malaysian government and many other governments in Southeast Asia are weak. They do not have that same political will of China. So we need stronger governments like that. But the point I want to say is that choose the social group that you want to study, perhaps you want to help, right? And make that something special that you can think about and you keep on develop new research on. So one of my students, right, a Malay student by the way, she's a single mother, but she's her expertise is on early childhood education. She was invited by the Chinese government, right, to help develop activities centers for the left behind children. Left alone children,
Yeah.
left behind children in the rural
Uh,
areas of China, because there's a phenomenon where a lot of people migrated, the parents migrated to the cities, right? So
Problems. I was like brushing and most people should the whole is kind of
yeah,
they always have this kind of problem in a rural area,
yes, yes.
Western China,
Western China.
to migration.
Yes, yes, yes.
The neighbors were just migration to the eastern. Maybe we consider as the
Yes, yes. Big cities, yeah, yeah.
like
Yes, yes. So there's a phenomena, a lot of interesting phenomena in China as well. And there's the group that I've been talking to some of your friends here, the urban unemployed youth, right, in China, where they have graduated, but they're unemployed, right? And they're staying together with their friends in the same apartment. There are five of them or six of them in the apartment. Only two persons are working in that apartment. So they're supporting each other, kind of thing. Embarrassed to go back to the home, to the hometown, right? To the jiaxiang, to the jiaxiang, right? Because they haven't get the employment that they have, right? So there's that phenomena in China, for instance. So that is another group that you might be interested to study in. So the point here I want to convey to you is that choose a particular group that you can study and that would make both theoretical and ethical and social contribution to. So you want to study. It could be the punk group. You have punk culture in China, where they have green hair and that kind. Huh? No, not in China. Nên rất là bảo như vậy băng như này băng như này. Nghe như sao?
You mean punk or
P-U-N-G,
run?
P-U-N-K. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Punk is illegal.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Things that sometimes bring habits.
Oh, okay, makes sense now. Green hair, earring here, earring there, earring everywhere, right? Yeah, yeah. And then draw the pictures like that, like Moti. What's her name? There's one girl in Indonesia that yeah. What's her name? Right, yeah, there's one that draw all the tattoo on the face, tattoo in the eyes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, not anymore. She removed it. Yes, you've been not been following. Been following a lot of things in America. So I think you get the message, Jay. Jay, can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. So you explore. You explore your hearts as well. Explore the world as well. Explore. The newspapers, but not sure newspapers. Whatever. And then, yeah, and then because we are social scientists, right? So we want to know, the sufferings or whatever. It doesn't have to be suffering. It can be, happy people as well. Up to you. We understand, but some group of people that you find you might want to be studying more or you want to contribute to, right? So it becomes something that's close to your heart as well, right? And then see how social media is affecting them, see how the products, services, reputation of the CSR that has been communicated through their social media is affecting them. So you can study them, right? Now, again, if you're studying China, China is a big, huge country, right? So you cannot be studying the whole of China, right? I mean, seriously speaking, 1.4 billion, 1.3 billion people right now. So you got to be selective, and your sampling size would be more focused, right? So it can be cities, it can be province, it can be villages, it can be whatever. You got to do that case study more selectively, right? And then it just matter of justifying your sampling, right? Right. So even I'm saying I don't even go to your second and third and fourth question now. It's the first question that you want to think further before you think about your research question number two, number three, number four. That is the first question. Who you want to study, what industry you want to study, then what kind of attitudes you. Yes, 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 yeah. So then that will help you to be even more focused, right? And that would help you to make your PhD more PhD worthy because you're filling up that theoretical vacuum, theoretical gap. You're making theoretical contribution, right? So think about the overlap. That's the group. There's that theoretical contribution. There's also the company, right? So the center, the Venn diagram. The Venn diagram, the three circles or four circles, and the middle there is that's where your research is, right? So
Yeah. So it's so broad because um strategy and counting on one big strategy fields. When you break down the macro is not so big information to give is very bit of requirements.
okay, that's a good worry to have. Very, very good worry to have. It's a very good worry because that's central to our strategy of PhD success as well, to have thickness of data. So, case study can help provided you have enough informants or respondents or what else we have? Interviewees that you can access, right? So if you're doing qualitative, you want to have, 40 informants or respondents or social actors, right, that you want to interview. So think about that while you think about your bigger picture. So access to data is central to a good PhD thesis, right? Strong PhD thesis, not just good, a strong and successful PhD thesis, because you want to win during the viva, you want to succeed during the viva, and thickness is your shield, yeah, to fortify your PhD, right? And yeah, if you listen to my what is it, YouTube PhD success strategies, that is an important one. So yeah, okay. But if you're doing case study, you can always also a case study. You could also think about comparative case study between different geography, different villages, different city, different social groups as well. You can divide it into gender groups. You can divide it into age groups. Whatever you're studying. If you're studying, if you're studying persons with disability, you can compare and contrast it between different gender or different what is it, rural versus urban. We have or graduates versus non-graduates. You can do all those combination to see a different set of outcomes maybe from the findings, or maybe the same, which is fine as well. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So, right, this is a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearer, but it's not quite clear yet. But it's clear. It's not quite. Uh, I do have a couple of things for you to work on as well. If you are saying that it's a 3 year, was it? You want to look at it as a 3 year risk, data, so to say, right? 3 year data. But your title is called post-COVID, right? So, COVID's just passed about a year plus minus, not even a year, right? Chang is still getting his COVID. So, so it's not even a year yet. If you call it post-COVID, you don't have, 3 years to research on post-COVID yet, right? Or you want to make COVID an issue, or you do not want to make COVID an issue. That's another thing you want to think about. Yeah. Depends on the significance. If you want to put COVID, then you got to, factor in your problem statement why you want to put COVID in the problem statement. It could be, but it might not be a big part of it. It may be a big part, depending on how you problematize again, right? So think about that part as well. And then what is it? What else do I have? In your presentation, your font size is a bit too big. Make it smaller so that everyone cannot see. It's, yeah, but I said it's not. So, just like, can you see that I was putting on my glasses, I couldn't see, right? So I cannot see. So make it bigger, gotta make it bigger, right? A minimum font 16, right? General rule of thumb, make it 16 minimum. Right? So make it bigger so that we can all see. Otherwise, it's hard. Be careful with spelling errors. Be careful with spelling errors. You want to check. I think you have problem with spelling errors in a couple of your slides there. Just double check. Right? Right. Okay. Yeah. Since you're taking your bahasa test, right? Have you taken your bahasa test yet? You've taken. Okay. Make sure your spelling of terima kasih is right. Because your terima kasih is not right. You spell it with an L. It should be H. Yeah, right. Yeah, there. Where is it? There. Terima kasih. It should be. By the way, kasih means love. Kasih means love. Terima means accept. So when you say terima kasih, I say accept my love, or something like that. That's what it means. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a feeling. Yeah. Really? For bahasa exam, never. Nice. So what you do, you hire Indonesian students to become your tutor. Because Indonesian students usually score A plus plus plus. You know, for the bahasa exams. Because it's like the what standard one, grade one, or kindergarten for them. You know, it's like this is my cat. I love my cat. I don't eat my cat. My cat eat food. You know, something like that. And like, bahasa. So, by the way, bahasa is not too difficult to learn. It's sometimes just yeah, but I don't know. It's okay. So,
Very easy to pronounce, but
it's not just check. Yeah, yeah. Okay, right. Today is your exam. Today is your test.
Okay.
Is it? Is it? Is your test today? Your bahasa test
No, it's on
on
Friday.
Friday? Ah, okay, okay, all right. Oh, different day. Oh, right, right, right. Okay. Oh, Joanne, you have taken a test this afternoon. Oh, that's why you're so stressful. Yeah.
Working on it.
Oh, still working. It's okay. It's okay. No, I think the teachers over here, the spirit is to help you pass. So you got to work hard to fail. By the way, yeah, you got to. Yeah, don't you? So, all the best for your bahasa there. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, Jane, congratulations for your first presentation. I think you have some sense of direction, which is good. Yeah. Uh, okay. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Eugene has a question here. One Kun has a question.
hello, actually, talk about your methodology, and there are some something I want to discuss with you about your method. Please hand over to the
That's good.
methodology slide.
And
Done.
can you
Never.
Check, Hannah. Actually, the first line is going to be the literature review. Uh, actually, I want to discuss with you is that proper to put literature review as a methodology here. Mostly, we consider that some kind of all the kind of scientific research we have to do the literature review. So mostly we do not consider it as a methodology, as a like a unique methodology. But mostly of the time we do as a some kind of literature review as a methodology, we just use the first hand research materials like some books, some article, some maybe should take this as an example. So I want to learn about the old version of Asian some and now I choose some of the some tales, some myths of the ancient times after the literature research, some kind of I should say materials like that.
It's the studies of the past.
Yeah, yeah. If I want to study the past time, the ancient Bahasa Melayu, maybe I just choose some kind of uh tale or myth
Okay.
in the business. Yeah,
Folklore.
yeah.
Okay,
Some
okay.
maybe inscription, some kind of
Okay, yeah, well,
different
yeah.
things as the literature reviews
Yeah,
material.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I just wondering, put the literature review as a research methodology here could it be proper.
Mm, mm.
I know, some subject where it
Yeah,
is the mostly like the history,
yeah.
research, linguistic research. They
So
would
in this case, it's not too applicable, yeah. Literature review. So I did not analyze the methodology that much. Unless you're right,
yeah, yeah,
you're doing philosophy or doing
yeah,
communities.
To philosophy, I think my own point of view, to philosophy or historical studies, methodology review, not methodology. You can use manuscripts methodology, or can you qualitative manuscripts, or some words, or some documents. But literature review is different. They not like methodology.
Yes.
Yeah.
And analogy. That's my point of view.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But sometimes in some journal, I found like Scopus also publish
Yeah.
use
But
Yeah, this is the main part. I think the main part is actually different here. Different about thesis. For example, if I want to do paper for any subject, for the literature review, this use secondary data. I depend on this literature review to give recommendation, and in the end, not findings, different, not findings, recommendation. Recommendation. Yes, we call literature review paper. Different from thesis.
also today we have other method. We said it as there are any kinds, but I know some of them is systematic literature reviews. They have systematic steps to review some article and then find the gap and then a recommendation. So the primary data is from many data.
I see.
And then reviewing many data, classifying, taking part.
But mostly after that kind of a research, they were going to use this like the some kind of program like the Cytospace to do the kind of like to make a whole series of the design which what kind of publication public at that time and with this kind of methodology involved. The perception of the involved something like
Maybe in communication, they
yeah.
make it more modifying method. Because the communication needs more specific data. In digital age, maybe they need some application, some data, big data analysis. So they use second internet. They use public opinion. It means not come from informant directly from the database. But for they, this is a primary data.
Yeah.
so there's a difference between literature review and document analysis. So we are talking about document analysis. So there we have the document analysis, we have a text analysis, hermeneutics. These are all the content analysis, discourse analysis. These are all has to do with written words mainly or spoken words, right? So different from literature review. However, there's something called meta research. You research on the research of others. All right. So, you can say Islam Nusantara, or no, Islam, liberal Islam, right? Or Islam and terrorism. So you look at all the literature, you see how is Islam and terrorism has been associated and not associated. This is a critical discourse theory. You can analyze that. So that is it falls under document analysis or content analysis or discourse analysis. Whereas literature review is about what studies have been conducted before or what theories have been uh, 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 um, developed before to explain what we want to study.
So it's more likely to be some kind of fundamental decision they have to do when they start
So literature review is a chapter by itself.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a chapter by itself.
Well, maybe some people or some supervisors recommend the student to publish a chapter.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Find out to
like Joanne was saying just now, there's a systematic literature review. It has become a term by itself, and then you can publish the outcome or the findings of systematic literature review, because systematic literature review would categorize the literature into different parts, and then you see the gaps from the literature, which is one of the main reasons we do literature review, to find the gaps in the literature. Mm, mm. It's a method. It's a method. Yeah, it's not it's not the research methodology to carry out the research, but it's a method or methodology for literature review. For literature review, right? So to be clear, yeah, to be clear. So and then you can actually take courses on systematic literature review right now, SLR or something like that. Yeah. Mm.
You can choose one.
Yeah, I can do that too. Which is a good thing to have. Yeah. Okay, Jay. Yes, what was I going to say? Instead, you gotta yeah, speak loudly. Yeah.
Did I make my point of view clear to you? Is that okay?
So, tell us that it should not be a mythology matter, right?
No, cannot be.
Yeah.
You ask a negative question, so yeah means no, no means yeah. So it's not. So yes, literature review should not be in the methodology. Yeah.
So, the paragraph words, all the things have on some.
Of course, you should. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We can say this is divided into two parts: theoretical study, empirical study. So if you belong to the theoretical study,
Yeah.
just to
You say that too.
theoretical, but methodology belongs to the empirical study. Yeah, what you will do. The literature review is dead already.
Yeah.
But methodology and empirical study, what you will do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, please consider that.
Yeah. It's the wise man from Iraq. Like, okay, we gotta move on to the next one. We gotta move. Where's Hansen? Is Hansen in? Okay, all right, Jane. So, we will thank. Okay, good.
Second gift for you.
Oh, thank you for everyone. I'm giving gift. But since this is why I cannot lose. Oh no, that the I thought I can eat something there now.
Yeah, that's what I change. It's wings ox. Wings ox.
Wings ox. Oh, okay.
For courage and power. It's for glory.
For glory.
It's for wisdom.
Oh, glory, power, and
Ashurian king. The Ashurian kings are not full.
okay, all right.
You say it's five, six legs, and five legs. This look like okay.
5 legs.
The five legs. Always when I see, I always see look like walking.
Oh, okay. So 5 legs.
This is from Assyrian.
Assyrian
Civilization, the first civilization in Iraq.
first civilizations. Okay. See, Iraq has even older civilization than Mesopotamia. Okay, thank you so much. Nimrod, Iraq. Nimrod is
I think it's the wrong name,
no.
no.
It's the name of the person who did this.
So the one king of Babylon.
Oh, one of the kings. Okay. What do you call this again?
Wings on.
Winged ox.
Wings on.
Wings ox.
Wings on, yeah.
Right. Thank you so much.
Have a good time.
Right. So I cannot look at it too long. I'll be hypnotized, and then it's like the Bali dancers. I cannot look at it. Then the Bali dancers look at it like, huh? And Bali dancers? No, I'm not. No, okay. I mean, that one is good. I mean, not the eyes and the. Oh, the Bali. Okay, Hanchen, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Are you well? You have fever? Oh, I can hear it in your voice there. You want to continue on since you have fever, or you want to rest? You can continue. Okay. All right. You want to enlarge your 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 presentation because a bit difficult for me to see, even with my super sunglasses, I cannot see. Anchan, you look like a Korean actor now. You're actress, yeah, according to Rajesh. Yeah. Hmm. Not Korean, right? Yeah. She's Russian. Huh? Sorry, say that again. Oh, okay. No, Rajesh said that you look like a Korean, not COVID, Korean. Like a Korean singer, like Korean singer, Korean singer. Okay. 请开始。
Well, my topic is result on education policy and the development of international students of Chinese universities.
Yeah, yeah.
There are six parts. The first one is long engagement.
Okay, okay, okay.
Duration together with the development of education planning, graphically about the innovation of the education system structure. The education course of that in China has been developing continuously. China is now become the largest nation country for the life of Asia. However, these students research on the current policy of agricultural policies, both in China and development change outside of China. In reality, the mechanism of the influence of nature provision the school policies on education of international students in China is still unclear. So, speaking we use the information method, information research method, qualitative and quantitative process to study about scientific issue, learn from the following steps. The first one is do the investigation of information materials to evaluate data, the materials of years, and the thought of the current situation and the policy development research. International students in China. Second one is the questionnaire survey. Like the platform in terms of the current enrollment policy, in terms of international student, countries of origin, black students, key professional distribution, and what's what's what they expect of the candidate management policy, professional courses, teacher, quality, life, service. So your lecture quantities in government, visa, and so on. Third, through the function of network and analysis, the paper and response the conclusion or cycle of education was in China and its influence mechanism of the development of education in China. Analyze that specific problem existing in the current development and forward corresponding development strategies in order to fully support the development of international education for international students in China. The second one is research question. First one, what is a general shape of communication policy for in China? What have been noted in the first is the average of current education policy of that in China? What are the specific causes of the formation? Second one is what is the impact of current education policy on the education development of international students in China? What effects have the admission process in evolution on students' major country of origin, academic backgrounds, and scholarships? So, what effects have the evolution on management policies? And we are responsible to our activities. Children's officers are have to the state of good countries international community that in China. The money for that challenging much. One out of four. And contracts are the way to do as well on the daily basis. And what to regard first in China. The last one, which is a mechanism of education policy for students to international students for development of education for international students in China. What can be improved and what are the strategies? And the third, determination from all from regarding China's education policy from both from the national and the school levels in order to comprehensive definition and effects on international students there. For the national scale, I have provide a large scale of for students based on resources arranged by the Ministry of Education at the China Education Yearbook. Full side of the Chinese statistics of international students in China. China scholarship courses total study place in the Taiwan 10 years. And both right. The study checked will be a double first class university in China. Since the university started from accepting this international students in 1993 from the proportion of foreign students has remained above 1,000 in recent years. And the research would be since the development plan and other rules and regulations comparatively reforms and the many students choose to in plans with the Ministry of Education's recommendation. So the question um, for international students in China being created. I will first get in constraints over the age grade and forward the questionnaire to each grade input in region group. The questionnaire is broken up into five sections. For protection, personal information statistics, sector protection, it plus the vegetable it has studied overseas. The third section discusses the psychological and social adaptation made trends in China.
I think
The fourth
Kenjak, Kenjak.
continuous with professional services offered by small cost teachers. The fifth section, the hardest in China. The fourth research objective through the network and the method up to the development sheet and the process of the parent education process for international students in China. Through the analysis of the education development data of international students in China, the influence of different factors, enrollment, management, learning rate,
Share the,
the final this paper reveals the mechanism of international student admission policy on the development of international students and education and it puts forward corresponding development suggestions. The first part literature review. In process of acquisition of international students in China, focus on the following aspects. Research on the evolution of history of students, international students' education in China. Research on the education status of international students in China. Research on the education policy of international students in China. Research on factors affecting international students coming to China and the education quality. Research on cross-cultural adaptively of international students in China. According to the above discussions, it can be seen that considering the previous research results, question and the learning of its literature on the education policy and the development process of international students. It's still in the in depth coverage related to the management integrity is prevented in the research on the future policy of international students. We are able to consider the provision and the implementation of language policy for international students. And without was in the important of the policy of integrated public institute. Definitely, both of the previous values were the cross police which reviewed in detail the programs of the certain regions of school and put forward actively solutions to manage programs. So, research on the day causes of the programs and top Bible design of international education in China. Normally, people studies, current standard, educational policy, motivation of passive education in China, so, stage theology, analysis, and discussions about the relationship to education policies and the research on development of international education in China. We studied the stuff of the education policy and from the international standard development process of international education for like those school scoping, production, and determining of future nursing at the same time. And adoption of the current education policy on the development of international students education and international law. This part is method, research method, return data methods. This paper makes a comprehensive review of the actual procedures environment, data growth, and information. We provide for laboratory theoretical basis for the study of comparing reality and the sensitivity so that the results information research methods. Information of research methods is widely used in the area of the paper it is scientific research method to study term function by using information. Knowledge is acquired through the texture, translation, precisely information of information, and applied it to to achieve new goals. This paper applied the class relevant data and materials of interventions in China. Our years have actually developed information factor and overall request in terms of the analysis from the information should be important.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one is quantitative and qualitative analysis detecting data collection through various channels at same time. Value collection, they are surveying the case when the pre editor inventory concluding after this data the real world impacting of the results of each layer or analysis without often the results in the career. That's my presentation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Right. Okay. Good. Huh? No, terima kasih. There's no terima kasih. Kasih. Yeah. So, Chelsea,
Yeah,
welcome to.
thank you so much.
We call you Jonathan. Oh, finally you can. Is it Chelsea or Jonathan or
Just call me John.
just call it Jonathan? All right, Jonathan. Welcome. Welcome to Sampris. This is all your friends, your colleagues, your family members over here.
Yeah, so
You went through the physical examination. Okay, good, good. Just finished. All right, all right. Good, good to know.
Don't worry, there is follow-up here, don't worry. I'm not trying to like football.
Hot. Okay. Okay, Hanchen. We go to Hanchen's presentation and then we'll chat further after this. Uh, okay. Again, you're going deeper. I'm glad to see that there's a deeper understanding of what you uh, plan to do, right? Just a quick question about the timeline of your research, right? Um, oh, this is what your second or third semester?
Mm, for the year.
Third year. Okay, okay. So, have you made the proposal presentation yet? Research proposal presentation? Have you made the research proposal presentation yet to the committee?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so this one has become urgent that you must make the research proposal presentation to the committee, to the Sampris committee, because third year is past due, right? Just now, Jane was asking about the timeline just now. The the timeline, the recommended timeline that I would like to see, or that we would like to see, is between 6 to 9 months. You make your research proposal presentation to the committee, right? But now we understand that number one, because of the COVID and pandemic, and then second, because we are doing it online, not being present here. So there are challenges. But that said, in your case, you got to speed up. You got to make sure that this happen. Your research proposal need to be presented, within the next, I guess, 1 or 2 months. Do not wait further longer, much longer, because it's a third year is past due, right? So you make that a commitment. Okay, let's go to your research. Yeah, the way. Okay. It's okay. Here it is. Good. Okay, let's go to your research. Now, you are making the argument, Hansen, that so far the studies out there has been studies of different parts of the education policy and different part of the students development, international students development, right? So you are interested to pursue a research that is comprehensive. Is that the central argument you're making, Hansen? Is that a comprehensive? Yeah. All right. So so you want to look at the students' development. We can go back to the research questions. Huh?
And then can you go back
Oh,
to
Hanchen, can you go back to your research question? You're controlling the slide, right? All right, good, good. Now, so what is the general trend of education policy for studying in China? What has exactly changed? And so this has to do with the policy itself. What is the background of the current education policy of studying in China? What are the specific causes of the formation? Right. This itself is a is a this research itself is complex question, right? But we will go to the main part first, and then we go back to your research question number one. So your main part is about the development of international students, which is more or less question number two, right? What is the impact of current education policy on the education development of international students, right, in China? This is the part that you're most interested in. Is that is that is that it? The second question is the crux of the matter, the main focus of your research. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. What effects of the mission and all that. Okay. So let's handle the easy one first, right? So your research question number one, what is the general trend of education policy for studying in China? What has exactly changed in these aspects? What is the background of the current education policy of studying in China? What are the specific causes of the formation? Right, okay, if you look at this question itself can be developed into two or three different questions. Well, there are two or three different questions there, right? Uh, each policy will have its background or context, right? And you're asking, if you look at the last question you asked there, what are the specific causes of the formation, right? You're saying you want to analyze what causes and what are the specific causes, the multiple factors or causes that led to the formation of the policy. So if you look at that, that alone can be, it can be about unemployment, it can be about reputation of China, it can be about the need of the middle class. It can be about internationalization. So there can be many or multiple causes to the formation of policy, right? Now, what I'm going to suggest to you is that to simplify this, if you are interested mainly with the second question, which is the development of international students, then you simplify your research question number one. So you are basically asking, what is the education policy of China vis-a-vis or in relation to international students, right? So you do not ask the question why or what causes the formation of this policy. Because if you ask that what causes the formation of this policy, you have to answer that question. You have to answer that question systematically. You have to answer the question effectively, meaning, really, why, asking a why question, what the causes, what causes the formation, meaning it's a why question there, right? So it is not an easy question to answer there. I'm not saying that you can ask that question. You can, but you want to couple that question with the second question, and your PhD becomes a huge PhD. I'm concerned that it becomes not manageable for you. That's why I'm asking you which one is your focus, and you said number two is your focus. So I'm saying that keep the research question number one simple. You can simplify it if you think of ways of simplifying it. You might not want to talk about the causes of the formation. You can talk about the context, just the context of the policy formation. So you're not making a causality argument, right? You're not making a causality argument like A causes B or A, B, C causes the formation. You're saying that the background of the formation of the policy, about internationalization, about opening up of China, about creating higher standards of higher education institution in China. You can talk about all those things, but you are not asking a causality question, the cause effect question. Otherwise, you will have to prove the cause and effect. Yes, and the cause and effect question is one of the hardest questions to establish in a research in a PhD, by the way, right? And it can be shot down easily, say easily, or it can be shot down during Viva. So I'm thinking about your Viva so that uh you know you ask questions that you can get answers uh that you can be sure uh of, instead of opening up spaces to be attacked during the Viva. So question number one, keep it simple. Now let's do question number two now. Now let's go dive in further. Question number two. Yeah, what effects has the emission policy evolution had? So here we go. Do you have the emission policy evolution? So if you're talking about em- emission policy evolution, you are suggesting that there's a change in policy, and uh, so if you're suggesting there's a change, you see you're asking what effects has the emission policy evolution had on. So it's a past and present kind of question, right? Before, how was it? Now, how is it? Right? So that's the evolution question. But if you remove the word evolution, then it becomes the current policy. Yeah. So you're looking at the current policy. Yeah, you're looking at the current policy. If you do an evolution, you say, well, before it was A, and then it becomes B, and then it becomes C. And then you got to see A has this effect, B has this effect, stage C has this effect, right? So, uh, you know, you this is a question. This is something that my supervisor told me long, long, long decades ago. He said, "Reef, be careful about asking smart questions. You got to answer them." So if you ask smart questions, a lot of smart questions, you got to answer all of the smart questions, right? So ask smart questions, but not too many smart questions, right? So otherwise, you got to answer them, and you got to prove that you're answering them, right? So I would say throw away the word evolution so that you can focus on the current policy. Unless you're interested, then we can talk about different PhD research. And you're talking about evolution and the impact of the policy. But now, if you put in the word evolution, so you got to say, the stages of education policy in China, and you got to show each stage will have different impact or different effects, right? Okay, so you have that one. What is the impact of? Current education was right. What effects on that? And country origin, academic background, scholarships. What effects has the evolution of management? Okay, all right. It looks like you're interested in the evolution, yeah. Concern you're interested in the evolution, yeah. And what motivates international students to study in China? Have the reasons for studying in China changed much? What again? It's a question of change there. It's an evolution question there. What are the purposes and how satisfied are they with the way the school is run on a daily basis? What do they get from studying in China? Okay. All right, right. Oh. So it sounds like you're interested about the changes.
The effect of
I'm not doing this research. You are doing this research. So you must do the research that you want to do. I'm just going to give my feedback to you. Yeah. So you're interested to look at the changes, right? Right, Hansen?
I want to concentrate on the
Concentrate on the current.
content trade on Asian policies and China.
Uh,
Question from French in the evolution. Following that, little capital policy concentrate on current policy is in there.
all right. Okay. Okay. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So you streamline, you simplify your research question. By the way, you cannot have this kind of research question when you present to the committee, right? The research question should be much more simplified. You can have sub questions under the main question, but even the sub questions cannot be too many sub questions. You do not want to have like a survey question or interview question type question in the research question. So you need to have you need to summarize the research question and then it can have bullets underneath that, but not like this. This is like way too many questions, right? And then you will have problem during the Chao is coming in. So okay, let's go deeper into your research question number two right now. So here you have you're interested in the students' development, right? Let's look at the idea of students' development, international students' development. The part of development that you have here is what effects on evolution had on instruction, curricula, daily activities, administration of visas, residency, management, etc. Okay, so students' development here has actually two parts to your questioning. Yeah, one is the kind of administrative or the development at the university level. The other one on the students themselves. Is that right? Here you have says like the administration visas, residency management. That's very much not a student development. It has to do with it has to do with the university itself, right? How university is impacted by the current policy. Is that it, Hansen? Am I right?
Yeah.
Residency management, except for daily activities, unless you're talking about daily activities of the university. You're talking about daily activities of the students, maybe here. Am I right? Or you're looking at something else? The daily activities. Is that students' daily activities?
Um, like uh, um, social activities,
Uh-huh. The students' social practices, the students' academic practices. Is that what you want to look at?
I'm sorry.
When you say daily activities, what are you referring to?
Festivals.
Oh, gala, like gala night. Okay, cultural nights. performance, stage performance. Oh, okay, okay. Not sure that's daily activities. That would be activities, but you don't have gala nights or gala festivals every night, every day. So you can say activities, but not daily activities, right? Activities. All right. So here you're referring to more on the students' activities here, right?
Sorry.
You're referring to students' activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. Good, good, good. All right. I just want to understand more about what you want to do, what the reasons for studying in China. So in your research question number two, there are mainly two parts, right? One, the effect or the impact on the university, the management of the university itself, right? The administration of visas, the residency management, the curricula, the what is it? The on the instructions, well, policies head on instruction. So one part is on the university, the management, the running of the university operations, right? The other one is on students' development, right? So university op- uh, university operations that are related to student development and the students' development itself, right? Right. So this is you want to have that clarity there. So the data you collect is about how residential halls are being run or being managed. The rents, the rooms, the medical facilities, right? That kind of thing, right? These are all uh, facilities management issues, operations that are run by the university, but are relevant to the international students, right? So one part is about university, the other part is about students. Okay, so in your research question number two, you divide it into two groups, right? Two set of questions. One is on the university, the other one is on the students, right? So you want to do that. For the students, then you identify how does it impact your daily activities. We'll have to, what and then when you say daily activities, some maybe just activities, but if you're talking about the festivals and the gala and the dinners and the shows and all that, that's not daily. Just as activities, right? In fact, but if you're talking about daily activities, we're talking about, I mean, just about anything. Daily activities, the eating activities, the sleeping hours, can be just about anything. But here we are talking about, well, you are interested in big data. We'll go to that. We'll come to that later on, the methodology. Right? Let's see other things. And then not just that, you're also looking at what are the purposes. What do you mean what are the purposes? Purposes of what? What
Microwave. Oh, it's this country and the love for children for each other and
okay. What are the reasons? What are the reasons for studying in China? Right.
yeah.
Okay, so you got to ask what are the purposes, specify purposes or what is the. I'm not sure about the word purpose, but then maybe here is a reason. What are the reasons? What are the reasons for studying China? Right. So that is about the students. Are they satisfied or not? Also about the students. So you can put about the activities. The other one, even activities, right? You can subdivide it further. There's the academic activities. It can be recreational, as in sports or leisure activities. You can put in other types of activities. Religious activities, whatever else, and put else in there. But if you're not sure, you just put academic activities, non-academic activities. Then it'll be comprehensive there. So, activities are related to academic, activities not related to academic. Then you have satisfaction, then you have reasons there, right? What else is there? Satisfied with the way school is run on a daily basis. This is too specific. You just put, satisfaction. And then you can say in your survey questions or in your data collection, satisfaction on what issues, facilities, friends, the lecturers, the professors, the transport, the water supply, whatever, the food. So what do they get from studying in China? Okay, what do they get? So this is much more open-ended question. What will they get? The benefits of studying in China. It's a good big question there. Yeah, but she's doing big data, so we got to understand that. We will go to methodology afterwards. Here is just the research question. Yeah, well, big data would gather even more than that, and that. So, I can you can you simplify it further? Yeah, Hansen, your question number two, research question number two, right? Divide into two parts, and then the two parts you have bullet points under the two parts. So one part is the university, the other part was students. So it can be matters and operations of the university that are related to students' development. The other one is the students' development and activities and students. So that is the second. What is the mechanism of education policy for international students on the development of the education for international? What was it? What is the mechanism of the education policy for international students on the development of education for international students in China? What do you mean there? Maybe that's why I'm asking her. What's the real? Okay, I think you're not very clear yourself with this question. Yeah. So, uh, what can it be improved or what are the strategies? I'll tell you what, this is, you don't even need this question to be included. You could have this question be addressed and answered in your discussion section. So you have your findings, but in your discussion section, you can discuss this. So you know what the problems are, you know what the effects are, the satisfaction level is, or what they are satisfied about, what they're not satisfied about. You know what they benefit or from coming to China, right? So you can make the recommendation in or discussion in your chapter on discussion and analysis instead of putting it here. Uh, uh, the- if you put if you put the third question here, right? What can be improved? It's an open-ended question, and how do you show that what can improve is the right ones to be improved? You got to demonstrate that. It's a how question, one of the toughest questions to ask. Right? A how question would need to be tested or shown to be working or viable. Right? So I would advise you to take this out. But your research question number two can be separated into two parts, which means research question number two can be research question number two and research question number three. Right? So you can have two parts to research question number two. So instead of having one big, very huge question, you separate into two questions right now. Right? Clear that one. Okay. Welcome. Now let's look at your methodology, which is the big question right now. Yeah, methodology. So your methodology. Can you scroll down to methodology, data collection? Um, methodology. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, all right. Your methodology, this paper makes a comprehensive review and collection. Uh, so you are going to use big data, right?
Um, data.
Big data. There, you can, yeah, big data. There. This
Sorry, wrong,
wrong word.
wrong.
Wrong word. Oh, okay. So information research method is widely used in the era of big data. It is scientific research method. So this paper collects relevant data and materials of international students over the years by conducting exhaustive information collection from relevant website and finds out the laws from information to make further analysis there. So now since you want to do a comprehensive study, right? And you were critiquing previous research saying that the studies before this were focusing only on separate parts and separate regions, right? Uh, and I'd like you to explain to me what your research methodology again to me. I'm going to take a 1 minute break and I come back to you. Right? Me, my research methodology is there one.
Yeah, I was. Ah,
Last night, it's like 1:30.
oh yeah, it's the
We were here until 1 o'clock
in the morning.
in the morning. Here, in this room, watching the debate,
I was through because
the presidential debate, Indonesian presidential debate. Oh, that was good, man. There were performance. There were. Huh? But it's called Pesta Demokrasi, right? Democracy, democratic fiesta. So and it's like, let's have a good time. After all, we're gonna elect the president. I like that spirit, though. And then there's this choosing of balls and envelopes and randomization. Yeah. Okay. Uh, are you, Anton? You want to continue, or are you since you're you're having fever or recovering from fever? You want to continue? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Yeah. The memes, No, I've seen the presidential debate yesterday, last night. Together, we were watching it. Yeah. Uh, explain to me what your research methodology is. Just that, so that we can strengthen it further. I need to understand what your research methodology is. Explain to me. Hmm? Same. Anjan? I was talking to you. What's your research methodology? What's your what's your research methodology? Can you explain to me? Just explain to me so that I can understand. Yeah, you don't have to refer to anything. Just explain to me so that I can understand right from your own words.
is not the
Deduction. Okay, all right. Where I'm gonna get the data from? From your university. Good, good. All right, okay. Uh-huh. So, all right, 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 right. From your university. So it's a case study then. Case study of the university. All right, okay. Okay, okay. I feel much more relief right now. Yeah. What was that? Okay, so you're doing a case study, then it makes a lot of sense, all right? So you can do a real in-depth research, right? So you can go deep and you have access to this data. Do you have access? Do you have, you can get the data from the students, right? You can get the data from the university. Yeah. You're working in the university, right? This university? All right, all right, all right. You're working with the international office. All right, all right. Yeah, okay, all right, all right. Okay, okay. Okay, that's good. So I tell you what, in your research methodology, can you just scroll up and scroll down? Let me see very quickly what your research methodology you have here on the screen again. Just scroll up a bit. Slide, the slide before this. Yeah, yeah. This literature review. Yeah, yeah. Go up further. Go up further. Right. This is research methods. Yeah. Your data collection. Let me see your data collection. You use the word data collection. Mm. It's cold, right? You guys are not cold. I have a jacket out there. Just so I can get me. Yeah, you're not cold, Joanne. Yeah. Okay. Huh? Yes. Yeah. Malaysians love, low temperature in the room. Examine China's education as well. In order. Very hot outside. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, thank you. Oh, thanks, thanks. Uh, National, I will provide an overview of foreign students based on resource arranged by Ministry. Mm-hmm. Double first class university. Okay, this is data collection about this is the country level data collection, right? It's national data. Because this is okay, all right. Let me see the next slide. Yeah. Yeah. Thank God about this one. Okay, let me see this one. All right, right. We have here what? Yeah, China will be greater. I will get in touch with the counselors for each grade. Forward the question to each university. Share the question is broken into five areas. Question info, all right, right. Study overseas. Okay. All right. So what I'd like you to do, Kanchan, is to look at the different methods in research methodology. You know, if you're doing interview, you write interview. If you're doing survey, you write survey. If you're doing content analysis of their social media, you write content analysis of social media, right? So since you're doing case study, right, you could access all this, right? One, two, three, and then so there's the interview you could do the survey, you could do document analysis, right? Because there are documents involved, documents of the university, for instance, right? So I like to see that those things that and that label, in your research methodology. So data collection, it falls under research methodology, not before research methodology, right? So data collection should be under research methodology. So so if you have questionnaire, then you say questionnaire on the top, or survey. Survey or questionnaire is the same, right? More or less, yeah. If you have interview, are you doing in-depth interview? You are not doing in-depth interview. So right, they have a a clear idea of what you want to do with the interview. And then I need to know your sample size as well, or your sampling. Who are you going to interview, right? Like how many people you want to interview, right? So that is a sampling issue. So we need to see that as well in your research methodology. Uh, I suggest also, Hanjan, is that you could ask your friends, right? And some of them are here, some of them are online, who have made research proposal presentation. You can look at their proposal presentation and you can benchmark, see how they do it, and see, look at their slides, and then you can the parts that are relevant to you, you can say, okay, you will adapt and adopt certain parts that they also do, right? So you could do that. You can talk to your friends. The third thing is that we have our supervision sessions are all online as well. So you could look at YouTube. So you can have talk to your friends, and some of your friends are doing on education as well. Liye is doing on education. Joanne is doing on education. Joanne is doing education. Joanne is here. She's doing education as well. So, uh, 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 Yifeng is also doing on education.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yifeng is also, yeah, Yifeng is also doing on education. So you have some of your friends from China doing education as well. So you can also share some literature review with them as well. So you can, and one thing good that you have friends who are doing in the same field is to share literature review.
Oh.
Not literature review, literature. I'm talking about literature. So you can, oh, you have your list might not be the same or might be the same. You can just share. So you have a bigger list of literature, right? So you do that, that would help make your research proposal clearer, right? I would like you to schedule one, in January, latest February, for you to make your next group supervision uh, presentation. Yeah, Hanton, you got to follow up with me. Yeah, make sure you follow up with me. In January or February, make that presentation. Okay. So yes. So let me see a clearer research questions, the three, and let me see much more developed research methodology, with the different methods, your data collection putting under research methodology, and then also your sampling, right? So you could be clear about that as well. Okay.
Yes, yeah, okay. No, Professor.
Okay. You have any question? What else? Your problem statement. You got to work on your problem statement. If you go up to your problem statement again, your problem statement looks like what you want to do. Let me see. Let me see your problem statement. There. There. You have this one. In recent years, okay. This one is still okay. This one is still good, and the first one is good. This paper will use literature method, information research, uh, qualitative. So this is that last statement there should not be in your problem statement. So problem statement, the purpose is to talk about uh, uh, you're problematizing the issues, making it an academic problem. So you're not necessarily talking about a social problem. You're talking about a research problem, right? Oh, and you actually made a good case just now. You were talking about uh, there were previous studies, but previous studies were focusing on other areas and not doing a comprehensive study, right? Now that is a problem statement, right? That could be a problem statement, right? And you also talk about what is it? Yeah, you might also want to highlight certain uh, theories that have not explained the problem. Right? If you bring in the theory, it'd be fine as well. But you, the point that you have actually talked about is the fact that other studies or previous literature have been focusing on different parts and not looking at the whole uh, phenomena of student international students development and how the policy is connected to that, right? Uh, yeah. Joanne, yeah, yeah.
Okay, can I see your title?
Your title. Can you go up to your title? Joanne is also her research is also on education.
Can I see your title again?
Joanne, can you scroll
Can
up to
you
your
scroll up your title?
title of your research? The first one, the first slide.
Okay, I think this research, maybe your idea is focused how international office develop the quality of international students, right? The main idea or your background. Yes, the first one so this research will find again what's the motivation, the process, maybe also the output, maybe. But if I have suggestion for you, you need more specific on what aspect development. Is it academic development or it non-academic or well-being, something in university, something like that. Because if you just focus on development of international students as general, your finding also need more uh, a lot of data.
No, no, no.
Because what kinds of development in education or in non-education? Because uh, if you're not specific, you need much data. You got my point?
No, no, no. You don't understand the question. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Joanne is saying if your questions are broad, then you will need to have a lot of data, a lot of findings to answer the question. If you have more specific, more targeted type of question, then your findings will answer your targeted question. Right? Now, the point that you are making is that previous studies have been focusing on different parts of the student development, right? So you're saying that you need to have more comprehensive view of students' development. Then you might want to develop a framework of what comprehensive student development look like. Right? So Joanne just mentioned just now about academic well-being. What else? I don't know. Student development, leisure, love life, shopping. I don't know. Food, right? Right. I'm joking, but I'm not 100% joking. No. Yeah. So, uh, you want to be able to classify that earlier on in your research question, right? Uh, As in the points, yeah, right? So eventually in your not necessarily in research question, so the broad the headings should be identified earlier, keeping it broad. Now, unless you want to do an abductive research, which is a different story, but you're not doing abductive. I'm not sure what you're doing yet, so I want to see your research methods. So it's where I can then we can look at you know
Even though deductive, it also specific also. If deductive but broad, the
mhm.
connection between finding will be hard.
Yeah,
Quite
sure.
specific.
Deductive, yeah, must be specific too. Yeah, yeah. So we kind of discussed just now, like satisfaction, activities. The activities,
Or social.
yeah, social. You got to expand it, be clear, right? So that when it comes to the findings, you have answered the questions. You do not want to have a situation where the examiner said, "Well, how about this part of life? How about that part of life?" Right? But again, it goes back to your research strategies. Yeah, it sounds like I'm not sure you're doing something that's deductive, but I'm not sure. But if you're doing abductive, then it's a different thing. Abductive, well, we will go say, how's your students' development like? You say like this, like that, like that. Okay, you start coding, and that. So you're letting them define what development is. But from what I understand from your research, question number two is now is that you have certain particular data that you want to collect. So that sounds more like deductive. So what Joanne is saying is that be clearer and more specific about the data that you want to collect. Yeah. Mm.
And other my recommendation is your research question. First, can you again? I see your research question.
Research question number.
Number
Yeah,
four.
yeah.
Okay. The first research question about policy, you can move it on the background. You describing what happened with the policy change and the impact today. So the rationality why you research focus on this topic on some aspect issues will be describing using that data on the research question on the first research question. And then as Robin Fani said, you can only focus on the second, but you have to uh, manage uh, the aspect is come from university and the student. But the question also back to my first suggestion, you will ask university and student about what? About the quality of education, about the social life, or about something. If you evaluation or asking all the aspect, it will be hard for you collecting data and the analysis data. If, for example, if you just focus on the social life, it means you will be make specific aspect indicator maybe. What is social life in campus indicator? Maybe from the facilities, maybe from the activities, maybe from the other aspect. So you can more specific and then on that indicators. Asking in that indicators to university and asking these indicators to the students. So you got my point? Yes, yes. Okay. If you use mixed method, quantitative and then qualitative, right? On the quantitative, you can use idea how we can evaluate all the general situation today, and the qualitative will be deeply. uh, finding the gap, how students think about the university strategy, and it become more deep on your suggestion or your recommendation after that. If you can explore it.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think that's the yeah. Just basically be clear about what you want to what data you want to collect, right? So what indicators, what variables you want to collect. If you're doing deductive research, that is, but certain things sounds like you're doing deductive research. You want to see what is it? Certain aspects of effects, certain of the policy on the university and on the students, right? So the specific effects need to be clearly thought through, right? One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four are there, right? Be clear about that. So at least from the university part, I think you have something that's clear there. Right? You have residential management, admission issues, and all that, right? So be clear about that. That's the point that Joanne is conveying to you, communicating to you there. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So um the you also want Hansen, you also want to see. I think there are surveys out there on students, international students, yeah, student satisfaction, students well-being. There are surveys and studies out there, so you could use those as examples as well, right? But first, let me see the methodology, and then so that I can give you further feedback of what you can how you can direct your research to answer your research questions. Yeah. So, but remember, all research is about research questions. It's about answering research questions. The clearer your research questions, the better you are at getting to the data to answer your research questions. Okay, Hansen, looks like you need some rest there. Right? Mm. Good, good. Yeah, yeah. All right, Hansen. Yeah. All right. Good that you're making progress. Welcome, welcome. Okay, that's our two presentations today and our group supervision today. Um, Xiao Sheng, you want to say something since you're the first time here?
Yeah, I'm really happy to see you guys. And yeah, I take a lot of time studying, and I'm from China, and I live in Hangzhou, Zhejiang province, near. And I work in the Zhejiang communication of Zhejiang University, and college teacher. Now I'm studying just my server. Yeah.
Somebody else is from Zhejiang as well. Who was it? Liye.
Yeah, Linger.
Liye is from Zhejiang as well. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yes, then
Waiting for
we haven't met her in person. Yeah, okay, okay. You gotta find the right timing and all that. I think she will come back. Huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Then we can have further further chat after this, right? So thank you everyone for coming. So Yifeng is here, or Yifeng Pizarro. Pizarro, do you watch the debate yesterday? Last night. Pizarro, are you there? Why not? Where's Pizarro? Never mind, never mind. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. This is sleeping there.
Still prepare for debate.
Is it prepared for that? prepare for another debate. What, the eight debates, right? Something like that. Eight, five, four? Tim susahnya, okay. Okay, okay. All right. I'll see you. Chang get have a lot of rest and drink a lot of water. For some reason, that's the normal thing people suggest sick people do, right? And but it will recover. I think the COVID is this is this like you know
Just like
yeah,
just like
it's just like cold. Yeah, it depends on what type of COVID though.
yeah, mostly it's going to be the virus.
Okay, all right,
This time it's just
all right.
recovers from
So, 1 week, huh?
only first time or first time you can do.
Uh, you have Netflix? Netflix?
Yeah.
Then you got to Qin Dynasty, the series. Qing, Qing Cao.
For a week.
Yeah, yeah. For 1 week, you can watch the whole thing. You finish that, then you what's a good one. Yeah, have to watch
What series in Qing Dynasty?
Qing Dynasty, Netflix, 甄嬛传.
Yeah.
Oh, is that good also?
It's nice.
It's the best. Okay, gotta show me, show me. Then we can serve a bit, find out which one is that, so they can watch.
Okay.
Is that it's a series also? Is that series?
Some
What is it about? Is about the three kingdoms?
actually it's just about the kind of the empire and with his wife. Qing Empire,
Oh,
the emperor,
and then what? Qing Empire. This is
his wife,
it's the wives. 就是秦始皇. Qin. Oh, okay, Qin. That's it. After Ming. Okay. Uh, Fan Qing Fu Ming. Okay. The last dynasty then.
Yeah.
The last dynasty. Okay, okay, okay. 所以是Manchurian dynasty.
Yeah, mention.
Manchurian,
By the way,
huh?
most of it doesn't want to use that one. Don't know.
Cannot use that word. Oh, Chang, remember, don't use the word Manchurian anymore. Are you Manchurian? You're not Manchurian, right? No, 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 no.
Actually,
Huh?
I am.
You're Manchurian?
Yeah.
Wow. Then your first
home is in my parents live in Liaoning.
Liaoming. So
Yeah.
Liaoming is north there,
Yeah, not
northeast. For some reason, Lambing. Okay, Lambing is in there. Yeah, yeah. But the Manchurian dynasty, the Qing dynasty, is one of the longest dynasty.
Genghis Khan.
No, no, not just that. That's Yuan dynasty.
Yuan dynasty.
Yuan dynasty. The Mongolians, yeah. Short dynasty, yeah. Short.
Maybe Tang. Yeah.
Tang, Tang. That's
Han.
yeah.
Oh.
Han, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Those are the glorious dynasty of China.
Just because in the Manchuria was just used for the short time frame which created by the Japanese.
Yes, of course. The Henry Puyi, the last emperor. Yeah,
There's a lot
yeah, 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 yeah.
becoming
Bit negative a bit. Yeah, yeah.
very negative.
Right. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. But so you're Manchurian, half Manchurian.
No.
No, from that part. Yeah.
Not have the your nationality and your
Ethnic.
ethnic, which is going to be yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Ethnic.
Yeah.
So if Manchurian is Qing.
Snake, they were just going to be Manzu.
Manchu. Okay. All right. All right.
If you just want to say it's just going to be a dynasty, Manchuria could be some kind of replacement as Qing dynasty.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm saying that I've met people who are Manchurian who have surname as Qing Go. Qing.
Qing Chao.
不是清朝，金人的姓金的
Oh, Jing,
surname is Jing, as in gold.
Ah,
Right. Manchurians have
yeah.
gold. Yeah, right.
my 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 last name is also from the ethnic man.
100 man. Okay. All right. Nice.
It's a very special name in China,
还是
and even not common in
no common.
yeah.
Okay. I have one student named
Yeah,
Na
my
before.
full last name is Ye He Nala.
Here, her, Nala. Oh,
Yeah,
look at me.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yes, yeah.
The Qing dynasty is queen. Yeah, it's the
The queen.
maybe
Okay.
we call it queen or
Queen. The what's the word?
first one.
Empress. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. Right. The queen then. Empress.
um,
I guess Empress is the empress, right? I'm not sure. The empress wife. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the first wife. Okay.